gonna be one of our big reviews of this one.
Yes.
So, Knock at the Cabin.
Knock.
It's directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Oh fuck! I remember what I watched. Now. Hold on, before we get into it, I just want to say I watched the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I just watched this. I'm gonna watch this last one. It's pretty fucking good. There's some complaints I have about that one. It's the exact same as this one because I think it's just him. So the dialogue is just weird because I think that carries over in all of his movies, especially like when children talk. It's like they talk like it's funny. I feel like Old. I like this one. I think like they're about equal. It's just that this one, Old, was kind of weird. They like weird stuff. I don't know, but conceptually it was really cool. I liked a lot of the drama. It wasn't a very scary movie. I guess it kind of had a twist at the end, but like I don't know. I feel like his heyday is because I don't know. Do you guys watch a lot of M. Night Shyamalan movies?
Probably not, but I've seen some.
But like, do you know about like what he's known for as having a twist?
Yeah.
Like the M. Night Shyamalan
I
twist?
can't say I have.
Okay,
It's
well,
just
you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like it's kind of a bit of a meme at this
Yeah.
point, right? But I feel like those days are kind of behind him.
He doesn't want to be known as the twist guy anymore.
Yeah. But so like doesn't really have much to it. But I think that's a great movie. Still a great movie. Recommend.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway,
Cool.
moving on to Knock at the Cabin, which is directed by him as well.
M. Night
It
Shyamalan.
stars, yeah. It stars Dave Bautista.
Really?
It's
Just Dave.
Dave Bautista. I mean, it has Rupert Grint in it as well.
Yeah.
Other people.
Ron.
Shout out to the kid. I don't know her name, but
The
Kids.
her
character's name
debut.
When?
Yeah, but I mean, like the actual actress. That's her debut role. So.
You know the
Oh,
dads?
yeah.
That's good.
They're a
Oh,
prominent
sorry,
main
I
character.
know one of the dads. That's
Face kid.
Jonathan Groff, which we know from Hamilton,
Oh, yeah.
Frozen, Mindhunter, bunch of things. Great actor. Fucking great in the movie. Anyway, first impressions. What do you think?
Before we go there, can you chuck me that battery behind you? Camera is being a funky AI.
So anyway, with this movie, yeah, Jonathan Groff's in it. That's I think the last thing I said. Sorry. First impressions. What did you think?
Yes. I thought it was kind of cool. We got
Yeah.
Dave Bautista back in his not back.
What are you saying, mate?
I'm just thinking. I'm
His back,
organizing
his stomach.
words in my
Dave
mind.
Bautista's in this movie.
He is in this movie in a somewhat serious role, which he desperately wanted, as he once said.
Oh yeah, we said that. We talked about that in one of our episodes.
But I thought he did a pretty good job doing this role as a non-funny character. But he still kind of was funny as a character. Everyone else did a great job. Story's kind of quite interesting. It ends a bit vague. Be like, oh, is it real?
I've seen
it not
actual
real?
trivia about the
Yeah.
ending because I know what happens at the end of the book.
Oh, okay.
Because they completely change it. I
Mhm.
guess that could be the
Book?
twist.
Yeah,
They've changed-
no,
no,
it's-
I didn't read the book for this one.
You
It's still what
lied?
happens. Well, no, the book looks different. So
Okay.
I got something else for that one. But yeah.
Anyway, movie, it was kind of cool. I liked it. Everyone performed quite well. Looks cool visually. And yes, it's alright.
It was an interesting premise. Although I can't say I was in the most sober of minds at that time.
Then
Yeah,
you drunk
drunk
in
and
the
watch-
movie.
I didn't watch
You're
it
going-
drunk, but it felt like I was drunk because I was tired as hell.
Oh, damn. I thought
Drunk
you were
on
actually
life,
drunk, bro.
baby.
So I was like,
I
oh,
wish.
humanity's ending. I'm like, fucking.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Humanity's ending. I was just down 2 bottles of soju.
Man, we've been watching disaster movies.
Oh,
For this
speaking of which,
one.
we're going to watch The Room next week.
Because it's the disaster movie, disaster artist.
But yeah, for me, I really like this one. A lot of fun here. I think it is quite a good movie. Very well shot. I mean, I do like the writing. It's just that, like, I mean, it's I don't even hate the dialogue. It's just like the dialogue's kind of bad, but like it's fine. It's
Funny.
chill, dude. Like, you know, I'm used to I guess I get that. Just the way he writes movies. What, I do have like one problem with the writing is that it's way too explainy.
Yeah,
They make like obvious things like even more obvious. I could talk about it as spoilers, but like at the end of the movie, they explain the movie for you, even though like it was pretty obvious what was going on. Stuff.
Does
but, like,
the M in M Night stand for mansplaining?
Haha, men reference,
Yes,
Are we men?
but
I guess. That's for you to
yeah,
decide.
I really like this one. It was good. It was very good. Everyone does a great performance. I think the standout for me was the kid. Yeah, first film, and I just like it's mainly her energy. It's just like so into it, you know. Which is great.
Yeah,
Better than your average kid, I guess.
How's it
Because
compared to
kids her age probably just look bored when
the
they're making a movie.
Babadook kid?
Yeah, Babadook kid wasn't bad. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think he was okay.
Babadookie.
I think he was younger.
I guess so. More toddler.
Yeah,
age. He's
He
like
seems older.
6.
but yeah.
Megan.
How make it?
Well, yeah, the movie looks really, really good as well.
Shot on Kodak.
Yeah, and I guess about other shit, I don't really like the ending of the movie. I don't think it really stuck the landing. I probably wouldn't have liked the way the book ended. I also probably would have liked because I was like, oh, I really like this family. I hope nothing bad happens to them.
Did
it's
something
like,
bad happen?
they kind
I guess.
no, I'm not going to spoil anything, but like the premise is just like something bad will probably happen either way of whatever choice.
Yeah.
But
okay, let's talk more about the acting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of already gone over
We
this.
glossed over that. Yep.
We said Dave Bautista good.
Strong performance.
Probably his best role so far.
Yeah. What other serious roles has he done?
Dude.
Yep. I wasn't doing. Yeah.
And Blade Runner.
What was he in Blade Runner?
I can't remember, but everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he was in Blade Runner." And I just don't remember.
Yeah. Then why can't we remember?
I watched it a long time ago in theaters, so like, yeah.
Oh, he was in Blade Runner.
Have you seen it?
I've seen 20 something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen it like a few years ago.
Yeah. Did we watch it together?
No.
You didn't see it in theaters, did you?
No.
Alright. But
White Wamna.
yeah. But yeah.
But it's really good.
Because his performance is like it's interesting because the whole kind of concept of this movie is like there are two ways you can read the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's all completely true or it's all completely bullshit.
Yeah.
And like the performance of the guy who's trying to convince you that it's true needs to be convincing in a way that you're like, oh, it's hard to get into his mind, you know? And I think that works, yeah. And it was also just funny to see Ron was back as well.
Remember Ron Weasley? This is him now.
But yeah.
Playing someone who looks like a stoner.
Yeah, so.
Ron Weasley became a homophobe.
Oh,
He already was.
But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of all I have about the acting.
Yeah.
Everyone pretty good. Oh yeah, Jonathan Groff as well, and I just don't know what the other actor's name is, but like the husband,
other guy.
Good. Yeah, actually, especially the husband, lots of physicality to his role as well.
Physicality.
Yeah, he did a bit of fist fights and shit like that.
Good cop, bad cop, kind of.
Good
dad, bad dad.
They're both good dad.
Like yeah.
Dad
and daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about the writing more, I guess. So we can actually like talk more about the plot. Because the plot is essentially I was gonna say, is it a spoiler to literally call them what they are? Like
what do you mean? Which bit?
I know what you mean.
Like you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it is a spoiler. I get like they kind of reveal it at the end, but it's not a reveal, like because it's so fucking obvious what they are. In a metaphorical sense, of course, because they're not like they're not doing it in a super literal way, but like I don't know. Maybe skip like 20 seconds ahead because I don't know how long this will take me to say these words. But if you really care, but like the Four Horsemen, that's what they are.
Oh yeah, that thing.
They say that, right? But anyway, yeah. So I think they come around to the cabin and they're like knock 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 7 times.
Is that the way they
Is
knock
that like a
7 times?
biblical thing or something?
Might be, I don't know, but like that, I questioned it. I was like, why 7? Probably a reference to something.
Yeah. Knocks at the door and they're like,
7's
"Oh
lucky
yeah,
number.
we need to like make this choice, man. You're gonna sacrifice somebody, man, or we're gonna,
man.
or the world's gonna end."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you know what? We're not
Fuck
doing that.
you.
So then it's like that whole thing of like, will they convince him or will they not? That's kind of like the gender.
Yeah, that's
like,
the dynamic there. I quite like that.
I think it's very interesting. Yeah, so you could read the movie as like literally none of this is real, or they definitely lean more towards it being real, I guess. I don't know if that's a spoiler much, but like,
well, they never really did.
There's no confirmation.
Yeah, confirm it. So
because they provide enough evidence to the contrary.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just for you to decide.
So and I guess this movie has interesting themes around faith and stuff. That's kind of like the thing. It's like, oh, do you have faith? It's all real.
Yeah, it's faith and
but
like.
Fuck you! I'm going to say no. I don't think any of it.
Insanity, or just like being in a hive mind.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which is all relevant topics.
Yeah, it's a strange one because it feels a little bit strange. As someone who's not religious to be like, and it makes me think he must be religious like M. Night Shyamalan. This is not a movie that an atheist.
Yeah, you could if you have any interest in that field. I mean, just like as not as a believer, but as an observer. You get me?
But I feel like this one leans very much towards one side of it, and it's too much.
Like
because I feel like by the we could get more into spoilers, but I feel like by the end they pretty much confirm. I feel like there's still some room to doubt, but even me watching the movie, I'm like, in the terms of this world, I feel like it's stupid to doubt it. But like, but I don't know, my real world opinion doesn't. Like in terms of this movie world, it's like, but like, yeah, I don't know.
So M. Night Shyamalan confirmed Armageddonist.
I think he's just religious. Probably Christian because the movie is more Christian allegory to do with all of the end of the world stuff. And I'm pretty sure they quote the Bible multiple times.
Did
right?
So
yeah, when he's describing stuff, he'll say stuff from the Bible.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the premise of the movie. I think it's an interesting enough watch. Yeah, I just think if I think about it too much, it kind of falls apart a little bit thematically, but that's also just because like I don't believe in it.
I'm looking.
I thought the ending was just way too way too black and white of what it wasn't very open-ended.
No, it's open-ended as in like it's still not confirmed.
But it's pretty much confirmed.
But it's like the same as everything before. It's just like it could be just a coincidence. Like
no,
nothing really.
By the ending, I don't think.
I guess the thing stopped.
Well, we can't stop spoiling it, mate. Yeah. But I just like, yeah, we'll talk more of the spoilers so we can debate the ending. But like, yeah, I think it's, and he gets way too explainy. He fucking explains the bloody thing. Yeah. But anyway,
also, I just had a look. Shyamalan was raised Hindu and Catholic, but he says he's not religious.
There was some Catholic in there, in the Christian
Catholicism, lore. You know. Well, also he makes like semi. I think signs something to do with
signs, which I just want to check.
I don't know. They're still part of
exploration,
but yeah. Oh yeah, just a funny little thing. Well, I guess actually I'll just talk about more editing and visuals. kind of like the worst part of the movie. I think we had the same kind of thought as like the news reports.
Oh yeah.
They were all terrible, and kind of just took us out. Let's just say it's funny being an Australian viewer of this.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me fucking die. Oh yeah.
Take that, Sydney.
What are your thoughts on the writing, guys?
I just out of nowhere. I just remembered wandering off to Apocalypse film. The Sydney Opera House is destroyed.
Oh,
That's the only
That's
notable
the
building
only
in
notable
Australia,
thing.
bro.
well, we actually got two. I think we got the Harbour Bridges as well.
Huh?
Because
Oh, in the movie?
that particular sequence is Australia focused.
Because the Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House is somewhat near.
They are like right near each
Yeah,
other.
so.
Yeah.
Which is always Sydney, not Perth or something.
I mean,
Nothing's there.
guess
They got
it makes sense because
Yeah,
like when you're doing like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said.
when you do like when you're traveling around and you do like
Yeah.
even international, especially internationally, if you're doing layovers, you're not doing it in Melbourne. Really, you're doing it in Sydney, right?
because Melbourne's only close to like Tasmania. If you want to lay over at
I
Melbourne.
guess so. Also, Sydney Airport's like in Sydney. Melbourne Airport's like middle of nowhere.
Tell that to the
Tullamarine,
northern
mate.
suburbs kids, and they'll be like, "No, we don't live in fuck all nowhere."
It's
Avalon.
it's also. I mean,
Well, it's more north than the northern suburbs,
know,
but
West
it's,
yeah, I was
is
gonna
that?
say it's not really.
it's still Melbourne.
I wouldn't even classify as suburbia.
They have suburbs.
but yeah. I mean, the airport itself. Is
Well,
a suburb.
the airport
It's
isn't
an
a suburb.
airport. But yeah. What are your thoughts on the writing?
Yeah, I like the vague back and forth thing going on. If it's real or not, I like the concept of like, yeah, these guys could be cultists, or they could be insane.
Or just people on Reddit?
Or
that
just,
was also
or, yeah,
like
it's
that was like the
insane
main
of
thing.
like,
That, like,
oh, Redditors, oh my
Yeah.
god. 4chan, Reddit, Facebook, cookers, I guess, yeah. That's the concept. So like, oh, relevant in today's world. Oh my god, society. Yeah. I like how they discuss about discrimination and that how that could be a factor, or it could be not, or it could be a thing. Yeah, that was a bad sentence. Yeah,
You know what else? Then?
but yeah, funny dialogue stuff happening.
Mhm.
But I thought it was funny. It adds to the insanity.
Yeah. Right. The cinematography I think was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He makes the cabin look nice. Lots of swish.
yeah. They had a bunch of
Got a
swish,
bit
swish.
of different angles.
Mhm.
Some of them Dutches in there.
Close-ups.
They did a few like pan things where they'll focus on the foreground and then switch to the background thing when people are walking the hallways and shit. That's cool.
Walking the whole way.
And it is shot on film. Looks
Yeah,
very
shot
nice.
on Kodak film cinematic, as the credits say. So it looks extra vibey.
Fuck
as they
digital,
say.
mate. Fuck digital.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with digital. You can make digital look like film. There's
Fuck
plenty
that.
of film emulation there. But no, you want to be a real director who's like, no, we shoot film because I say so. And it looks nice.
And yeah, we're talking about, I guess, it's also writing, but like editing and visuals. So we're talking about the news report.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny if you are an Australian because they think that Australia has an airline called Australia Airlines.
It's the
Australia Air, man.
true blue flag on the
Yeah.
back.
And it's just an Australian flag over the fucking plane.
It's just like
Yeah.
it's like in Top Gun. All the pilots, all they want to do is they do the barrel roll thing and they fly upside down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Planes.
They also do the stupid thing of like, oh, there's something. Well, it's in the trailer, so there's a fucking wave coming towards me. I have my camera. It's somehow you go. Firstly, the person runs into the wave, which is very funny.
Yeah. Then they run back.
When they run into the wave, the camera gets fucking lost to the bottom of the ocean, right?
Then how did the
But
news
somehow
channel
it
get it?
gets broadcast to the news.
I mean,
Unless it's a
The only thing that
stream.
makes sense is for live streaming.
But like, it doesn't show if it's live stream. It's just footage.
But
They-
they said this was like sent in to us.
yes.
I feel like there's. Wait, what kind of camera was it? On the
The
phone.
phone.
Okay.
Phones are somewhat waterproof.
No, but it was happening live.
Live.
I don't mean like the, but
I mean,
I'm trying to
theoretically.
explain what I mean by live, but I can't.
Happening in real time.
It was happening in real time for when it was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they might have said like this was sent in, or like look at this footage.
but maybe all the news reports are sketchy because it's meant to be sketchy, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing.
Maybe
Could
if
be
somebody
fake.
in the camera was like Australia Airlines, that's not a real thing.
I remember seeing a
Which
video.
it kind of fucks with the movie though, because it's kind of like when you have moments like that take you out, when it's integral that you need to know whether these are real or not. And then you
Yeah.
have something
dumbass shit
ridiculous,
happens.
like
yeah.
fucking yeah.
I mean, they can't license like Qantas because they have to pay money. So no, you get Australia Airlines.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a Middle Eastern BBC channel
Yeah.
news report, and then like, let's go to our news reporter, and then the news reporter's like neck deep in water, and the microphone's all glitchy, so he sounds terrible.
For real.
Please help
This
me.
reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I am
not live.
I am underwater.
In water.
But yeah, it was very funny. Yes. Sound and audio and stuff like that was good.
I
feel like it's
think
perfect.
there's some cool music cues.
Mm.
Feel for the scary bits. It's not scary, but the intense bits.
Oh, yeah, this movie is not a horror movie,
Yeah.
at all. It's not. Yeah, I thought it was, but it's not. This is
Yeah,
just
you don't
like,
you don't get to see.
I don't even think
the
it's a thriller.
blood.
I think it's just a drama.
Mm.
There's just a lot of people talking.
Mm.
It's an
Yeah.
action, but like it's not in a way that it's like super intense. It's pretty intense, but like but like constant tension throughout the movie. I mean, there is, but like it's not. You know what I mean, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Sound was typical, I think,
Yeah,
and then
Cool sound.
music, pretty
you
interesting.
like I like the added tension with the music cues.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess let's talk more about spoilers now. Then.
Good show.
Oh. Hidden weapon.
All right, spoilers.
Oh, you got
so
in the
with this
pockets
one,
now.
I was saying about
Oh.
the ending, and like, yeah, he doesn't have to go. Oh, these are the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Ha 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 ha. And they're
Spell it
on
out
the
for
mission.
you.
And I'm like, I knew that from the trailer actually. So like,
See, I didn't know because I didn't watch.
no, I
the
knew it. Like,
trailer.
as in, I knew it from the trailer. As in,
Yeah.
I knew before the movie came out.
But they
So, like, when
went
they
on
even-
horses.
Even in the thing, but they came in a car, bro. That's the modern horse.
But it was the
'cause
one
it has
car.
horsepower.
Bro.
Yeah.
So are they even common of the apocalypse? Because horsemen.
What are they here?
So
Are
they,
they
they
coming?
become common.
I feel like,
Common.
yeah. But I feel like because also
I thought
he
you were
goes like,
talking about the play, the musical com.
Is that a play?
I don't know.
Mhm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that one.
but yeah, what I was saying,
Right.
like he goes like, oh, this is what each of them stand for. I was
Yes.
like, oh, I feel like I would have liked rather to leave the movie, have
And then
that like
figure it
somebody be like, hey, did you know that this stand for? And I was like, oh, that was a really clever thing that like smart people would have noticed. That was
Yeah,
just
we're
like
not smart.
You know,
everyone's treated the same, bro.
I actually don't know nothing about the Four Horsemen apocalypse.
Yeah, so like you would have probably been like,
Oh,
blah, blah,
okay.
blah.
I know
And then
about
maybe,
them, but I
like
don't know
one of
anything
us
about
knew
them.
more about it. I don't think. Do you know much about
Do they
it? I
stand
don't.
for? Wait, do
But,
they stand
like-
for something?
Just
Apparently, yeah,
like,
different
Yeah.
sins or some shit.
well, there's like the
Aspects of humanity.
caring, yes, aspects of humanity.
Yeah, and that's why they do. Oh, a thing has been judged.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But fuck
I feel like they didn't
humanity.
need to explain that because
Death,
like that would,
Famine,
yeah,
war, and strife. Wait.
So,
Oh no no no.
it's like good thing.
yeah. I think
Wait.
healing was one of them, right?
Yeah.
There was malice was one of them, right? He
I
looked malice.
can't read.
But yeah, anyway, point being, they didn't need to say that. That could have just been left out.
Yeah.
Could have been a nice, because you want to have a nice thing after the movie to, you know, keep it going a
Be
little
a
bit.
bit of an Easter egg.
Speaking of Easter eggs, M. Night Shyamalan's in the movie.
Yeah.
In one of the commercials.
He was advertising a blender.
Yeah. Oh, the cool thing in the movie Old, he has a cameo, and then you don't think it's gonna come back, and then kind of like the twist is like they're being watched the entire time, and who's watching them? It's fucking M. Night Shyamalan with a camera,
Oh, he was the cameraman.
which makes
all
sense because
along.
he drops them off at the start, and you kind of like you go, oh, that's just the Easter egg, but no, he's like at the end, which was very cool. But anyway, that's old news.
That
But,
is
yeah. No twist in this movie.
No, yeah, I don't think there is a twist. I guess you could say that the Red Man thing was a bit of a twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they do the thing of like, all right, we'll kind of give them reasons to doubt it, which was like they're like, oh, that first news recording was shot before or something like that,
The news.
like it wasn't live or something.
Yeah, fake news.
Well, then they start just going, oh, the TV's not even real, bro.
Did they?
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is just none of this is real. But
Oh yeah.
wait, what's the second one? The sickness.
Well, you guys are insane.
Huh?
Sickness.
Sickness, yeah, the plague thing.
Ah.
That's the second one. And I go, I don't know what they chalked
Weren't they
that
just
up
like,
to.
this is fake news? Like,
Yeah, they
fake
kind of
news?
just go, this is fake news, but like,
At some point, they're like, it's a coincidence.
yeah, they're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's just like
coinciding.
those sicknesses happen to skyrocket at that point. Because like they tie all of the stuff into things that are currently going on ish, except for the plane one. That was kind of unexpected. That was kind of just like,
yeah.
planes just. I
They're
feel
just
like if
falling,
every
they're just
fucking plane
falling,
falls
yeah.
out of the sky,
Is it an act of God? Or is it just all pilots on the world just fell asleep?
you know. But also, I feel like that was a shitty interpretation of what he said about the sky falling. Okay,
Oh yeah.
the sky
It
did
was
not
kinda like
fall.
the planes
Adele did not
fell.
sing "Let the Sky Fall" in this one. Okay, it was just planes, and they did 9/11 again.
But that's Sydney.
Yeah, for
A
real.
deadly flu virus to which children are particularly vulnerable.
Yeah,
COVID.
over there.
Children.
Children are vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Bloody. And what was the last one? The fucking bushfires and shit with the lightning.
Yeah, and like earthquakes and
The earthquakes was the first one,
oh yeah.
but yeah, the lightning and shit like that. I feel like there's not really much arguing against that, which is
That's
why
a very
that was the
biblical-
point where they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's probably real."
That's a very biblical act of God there.
Yeah.
Strike you by lightning.
Yeah, that's the point where I was like, "Okay, the film's kind of lost all sense of ambiguity,"
Oh yeah.
and like the characters go, "Oh yeah, it's probably
But
real."
what if it was just climate change? Aha.
Suddenly,
Yeah, because it just happened.
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, and then they do the thing, everyone dies. Oh, I mean, of the cast, of the 4 people die, and then Jonathan Groff, who I knew was probably gonna die, dies. I like that they do the thing of where he sees like God all the
Yeah, I
time,
guess
but like
he
also
sees
he has
the
a concussion.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Of like, is he just having a
Yeah, I
bad
feel like that one was
concussion?
pretty good, and I
Or
was
did
like,
you see someone at
nah.
the mirror?
he's got a concussion, bro. But everything else, they kind of, I feel like the more it goes on, it kind of leads more towards, especially with the final one where they're doing the lightning stuff. Also, the plane's still falling out of the sky in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What made the planes fall? The pilots falls.
I think they explained it somehow.
Act of God.
Fail.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Yeah.
Oh, birds keep going in the jet engines.
Fuck all the birds, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that has happened.
yeah.
Damn birds.
I'm pretty sure planes are built to withstand that now, though, right?
Probably they
Apparently,
have.
apparently it was lightning causing the planes to crash.
Yeah, I think that has happened. If the system's off. lightning.
In real life, actually, did you know planes are built to withstand lightning?
It would be.
Yeah.
Because that's an actual
That's
good
a
safety feature.
Yeah. So that actually doesn't make sense, but you know.
Oh, but there was just so much energy, bro. It's the lightning, so much light. There was so much light, bro.
Yeah.
It was
Very
good
buzzy,
light.
buzz,
From
buzz. Have you ever felt 240 volts go through your body? Because I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think you've actually told us this story a long time ago.
Yeah, I was fixing a light socket thing, but I forgot the thing was on. So I touched it. So it went through.
Is that bro?
It's kind of bad.
Kind of bad.
But like, I'm alive, baby.
But permanently, forever damage. You have the damage.
I was
tattoo on
always
your
damaged.
forehead. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So the way the book ends, actually, is the daughter's accidentally killed, but God doesn't think that's a worthy enough sacrifice.
Well, actually, yeah, this is a very biblical thing with like, who's the dude who sacrificed his son?
Abraham.
Was it Abraham?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
It was Abraham. Yeah. But Abraham was willing to sacrifice, so God was like, all right, you don't have to do it, because I know you would do it.
Oh, but God, in the book, decides to sacrifice more.
Yeah. Because
I
he
guess it
knows
doesn't
you
count as
guys
a
won't
choice
do
if it
it.
was
You
an
guys
accident.
suck. So I'm going to fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they kind of do that idea of like, so you get like super invested in this family, they die, and ultimate like, it doesn't really mean anything to anyone else except them that know that happened.
But that's the thing, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like
The
I guess
chosen
many
ones.
more families probably did it too.
Yeah?
And like it gives that implication in the post credit with the again.
Oh, yeah, Nox.
It's like, yeah, probably happened again.
The apocalypse.
Also, the book's called Cabin at the End of the World, which is a nicer title than Knock at the Cabin, I think.
I mean,
Knock at the Cabin is kind of a terrible.
Knock
but
at the
it
cabin.
references the knock.
I mean, to me, knock at the cabin sounds a little bit too vague, and
It's more ominous. It's
Yeah,
like,
well-
what's the knock? If it's just the end of the world,
In the wrong
you know, it's
context,
the
It's
end
like
of the
the
world.
knock doesn't fucking matter.
It
It's just like,
matters at
is it because
the
it's a
end.
weird seven fucking
Yeah, 'cause
knock?
seven
Yeah.
knock.
knock at the seven. Knock at the cabin to me also could go off as some kind of 80s porno.
Knock, knock, knocking on cabin's door.
Knock,
Yeah.
knock at the cabin, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll knock
But
you
Knock
up
at
real
the End of the
good.
World makes more sense to the story.
It's more
Wait,
literal.
Knock at the End of the World, Cabin at the End of the World.
Knock at the end of the world.
But I
There
think
you go.
maybe they were trying to do like a Cabin in the Woods type name.
Yeah.
Knock in the woods.
Okay.
Knocking you up in the woods.
All right. With that said, is there any more spoilers you want to talk about?
No.
All right, we'll get into our verdicts then. You can start off with you.
Hey, we're back. Yeah, a bit of a cool movie by Mr. Shyamalan. Milan. Yeah. Cool twists and turns with no twists, but with some twists, I guess.
Just your nipples.
What he said.
What?
Yeah, I like it. It had cool bits, but funny dialogue at some bits. It looks good. Overall, I really like the performances. Story's kind of cool. And I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Cool. I'm bloody cooked today. You can't tell.
Hooked man.
This film was decent, though. Not too cooked. I like a 7 for this one too.
Yeah, I think this one pretty good. Pretty good. Just think the ending of kind of fucks up stuff, and the news reports were kind of messed with the story because they were so bad that it was like, what the fuck? But anyway, but other than that, a very enjoyable ride with these characters. You're like, whoa, what's going on, dude? What's going on?
Whoa.
Yo, I think this one's like 7 and an 8. I'm gonna go with an 8.
Oh.
Eight.
No, I'll go 7.5. 7.5. Yeah,
Alright, cool.
Not 8
that's
worthy.
7.1.
Yes.
You're watching
one
an
now?
episode from the Unholy Trinity podcast.
Yay!
Yeah, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other services that may have our podcast.
Let's go.
Bye.
Baba booey.